Okay, in this diagram we're shown that Reuben has attached a wire between two poles on the hill as shown. So what I'm seeing pretty quickly is a right triangle. So I have to decide, am I going to be using SOHCAHTOA or am I going to be using Pythagorean theorem? Now remember, they both have their restrictions. So Pythagorean theorem we're going to use when we have two sides of a right triangle and we need a third. And SOHCAHTOA is going to be used in your other cases when you have a right triangle. So if I'm looking here at this triangle, I notice that I have one side, the 80 feet, but I don't have any other sides. I have an angle and I'm looking for another side. So that means I'm going to need to use SOHCAHTOA. And remember, SOHCAHTOA is S, which is O over H. Ka is A over H. And TOA is O over A. Okay, so I'm going to label this triangle. So I've got my angle. Everything is labeled based off of your angle. Remember, across from the right angle is always your hypotenuse, so that one's the easiest. Between your right angle and your given angle is your A, or your adjacent side, because A stands for angles. And across from the given angle is our O. So the information here that we have and we need to use is the 80 feet, which is on H, and X is what we're looking for, which is on A. So we have A and H, so that means we're using cosine. So we're going to say cosine of our angle, which is 20, is equal to our relationship of A over H. So X over 80. And here we're going to cross multiply, right? So when we do, we'll get X equals 80 times the cosine of 20. Now remember, when we are going to our calculators, we have to make sure our calculator is indeed in degree mode. And I will show you how to do that. I'm going to actually pull up my calculator on my screen so you can see it. I'll also do an example on Desmos so you can see it there as well. Okay, so here's your calculator. And if you're using a TI-83, it'll still be the same process. So we're going to hit second mode. And that's going to give us this screen here. We're going to go down to radians and over to degrees and hit enter. And now we are in degree mode. So now all I've got to do is type 80 times the cosine of 20 and then hit enter. And I'm going to get 75.2. So our answer here would be 75. It's saying closest and our answers were rounded, so we're going to say 75 feet as our correct answer. Now, if we were using Desmos, here's Desmos, you need to go to the wrench and make sure it is in degree mode first. You're going to click degree mode, and then we're going to come over here and all we got to do is type it. So 80 cosine of 20. And again, we get the exact same answer that we got on the calculator. They're just two different methods of using it. I have a feeling for most of you, Desmos is going to be the way to go. So please make sure you remember to put it in degree mode.